Oof, it's torrid here. Luckily, they let me set up my dynamo
Decanter.
decanter. It's the only place I can test the thermal flux. Little did I know I'd study more Joustus formulae than alchemal ones. I'm seriously, hooked. I guess I'm the champion here. Not much competition, really. Come back when you've beat the others, okay? There are the rules. Is that it? You beat everyone? You must have had a lot of free time.
I mean, no, as you said yourself, not a whole lot of competition.
I get you. I've had a lot of free time down here, too. Well, shall we? Check this out.
Cool.
Can't test real bombs down here because lava. Ugh. So I guess I'll just have to blow you up in Joustus.
Good luck with that.
Alright, Mona.
Oh, there's a gem inside a block.
Yes.
Interesting. Does she have a Plague Knight?
Yes. She
Dude,
is.
nice!
She is actually Plague Knight's partner in crime.
I know that. Dude, we better get that fucking Plague Knight.
Actually, it's Plague Knight's minion, but yeah, we should get that too.
Oh. Well, then why'd you say yes when I asked if that was a Plague Knight?
Because she does have a Plague Knight card.
Oh, okay. That's fair, I guess.
I'm pretty sure she does.
So, she also has herself.
Of course she does.
Ooh, which one would we want more? Her or the Plague Knight? I mean, not this Plague Knight, not the minion, but the actual Plague Knight. I'm assuming her, right?
Well, we'll have to see what the Plague Knight does.
Yeah.
I've got sheet cards as well.
While Noah fights her, I'm going to talk about what I know about metal. I've had a conversation with my buddy about this, and the difference is, some people, I think overall, some people are like, oh, this type of metal is the best type of metal, and the only reason for that is primarily just because it's the most well-rounded, I guess. I don't really know, honestly, but what I do know is that it depends on the material you're working, or what you're using it for.
You good?
No, apparently not. Why are some of them glowing?
She's about to use her special attack. Each champion has a different special attack.
Right, I forgot about that.
It's transmutation.
Oh. Oh.
Wrong move, pal.
So, what I know about metal in regards to swords is that, in more ancient times, metals that were used were more along the lines of, iron and stone and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
You don't want... Like there was... God, what was it? Somebody had a... Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that is extremely odd.
I didn't know that could happen.
Oh well, I win.
And we get her now.
Yeah. We get Mona. Pretty cool.
Oh, we don't even get the Plague Knight.
No, we do. Gem Sweep lets you get 3 cards.
Yeah, well, yeah, but...
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Plague Knight's not on the field.
Get Plague Minion.
Oh,
I lost. Bummer. It's probably best I move on, though. My research is entering its next phase, and I need to ask a small favor of you.
I'm not giving your card back, nerd! I won it fair and square.
No, that's not what I was going to ask for. You have an airship, yes? My next destination is really far. If you'd let me hitch a ride, I'll owe you one. Thanks in advance, sire.
Now, so steel, I believe, is widely considered the most, versatile metal. Because if you work it in a different way, it can be good for a different function. What's he working on now?
The painting, still.
Well, yeah, but I thought he was already done with it.
No, he needed extra paint and brushes from me, so.
Oh, okay. So he just made everything yellow and now he's adding more color. Cool.
Adding more details or stuff like that.
Look
at my little guy.
Hey, there's Plague Knight.
There he is. Hey, Pally.
Oh, Mona, wait, what? Seriously, she's here? Should I go talk to her? I don't know. Regardless, I'd rather blow you up in Joustus and keep my hood clean.
Okay.
Okay. I guess this is what I get for fighting against one of the members of the Order.
Use your 1 down arrow.
This?
Yeah.
Bam. I don't exactly have any bomb cards, so I have to use him.
Use a double right arrow to push his guy into the other stone. Okay. That works too. Yes, use that.
Apparently a Troupple is explosive. I think that'll work, right?
Sure. Yes, but he'd also push you into another gem.
No, actually, all those bombs are 1 arrows.
Yeah, but he's got a right arrow. You don't have a right arrow. Oh, but he has a left arrow on his own guy, so yeah, he can't push you out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Fill up the last spot. Oh, or do that, yeah. Fill up the last spot in this game. Gem sweep.
See ya, pal! Sadly, we did not get his card, but we got Percy, so that's good for me.
But, you know, like, different varieties of steel are more brittle than other ones. In fact, so the Vikings were well known for having swords that were, like, better than anything out there at the time. And the reason for that was because they basically had created, like, a rudimentary imitation of steel, per se, because it was still iron. They didn't have the ability to heat steel up. They created, like, something similar to steel by, like, combining iron with something else, making an alloy. I don't remember what it was exactly. I was talking to my friend about this the other day, and he was under the impression that it was an iron alloy that they used like bone, like ashes of bone or something like that was his impression. I don't know if he's correct. It's beside the point right now. The point is that the Vikings had a sword that was unique and different than any other sword out there at the time. Special and good was that unlike iron swords, unlike any other kind of sword that was out there at the time, these swords were bendy.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean like literally like bendy, like you could do, but like, you know, if you stabbed something with it, instead of just breaking or shattering, the sword would kind of like a little bit, you know? It would give. It had the ability of giving a little bit, which prevented it from shattering whenever you hit something. Because that's incredibly dangerous when you're on the field of battle, not only because if your sword shatters, you don't have a sword anymore, but also because if your sword shatters,
you're defenseless.
Well, right. I said besides that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I already said that part.
Oops.
But because if your sword shatters, think about where that metal is going.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole bunch of tiny shards of metal that have nowhere to go but back towards you. And are probably being pushed that way already anyway, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
So, that was so important with the fact that, you know, if an enemy held up their shield and blocked your strike, your sword wouldn't... It would... if it failed at piercing through the shield, it would instead just bend a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that you didn't shatter your blade. And that's what was so terrifying about the Vikings, I mean, you know, among other things, was that they had weaponry that nobody else had. Nobody else could figure out how to make this. And, you know, you'd be in battle, they'd block your attack with a shield, and your sword breaks, and then you block their attack with your shield, and their sword just bends, and then they yank your shield out of your hands, and you're fucked.
God damn it, that didn't work.
I mean, it would have if you had just waited a minute.
Yeah.
A couple seconds. So yeah, you know, they had this ability, and steel is more versatile, and you can use it for other functions, but you can't use steel to make, or you can use steel to make a, or different varieties of steel are more bendy than others.
Oh.
So what that means is that if you've got a bendy steel, it's better for a sword than a non-bendy steel.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get steels that aren't bendy. So yeah. That's my little talk, my little tiny itty bitty amount of knowledge on on metal. I very much like swords.
I can tell.
But you know, like there's different features of a metal, like that you have to take into consideration, like the hardness of the metal versus
The toughness.
No, that's different. So the hardness is one thing, and it's used to refer to something different than the toughness of the metal.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe the toughness is strictly about how much damage it can take.
Before it breaks.
Yes. Versus hardness is about how, like, brittle... I could be completely wrong. I want to throw this out there right now. It's been a while since... Like I said, I have very rudimentary knowledge of metal. Most of the stuff that I am saying right now is knowledge that I have attained from my friend. And I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm saying that I'm misremembering. So, you know, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. I don't remember exactly how it works. I remember that there's, like, you gotta take into consideration how brittle the metal is, how hard it is, how tough it is, how, there's all these different parts, or, like, different ways of evaluating the features of a metal, and a different feature is going to be better in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, with a sword, you don't want it to be brittle, because if it's brittle, it breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, even though, strictly speaking, the metal is really hard, and it's, like, really, even though, strictly speaking, the metal is really hard, the brittleness makes it so that it's easy to break if you do it, or if you put it under a certain type of stress.
Mm-hmm. When Mom says that dinner's ready.
I'm getting a tick.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go get some water. Partially, it could very well just be because I've been talking a lot. So, water! Buddy?
Hi there.
So, to anybody who watched the last stream, or anybody who have heard me rant about this already, I don't know if I've talked about it on stream or not. Last stream, we made a lot more progress.
Yes.
Like, a lot.
Definitely.
But the end of the last stream cuts off on this level right here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna redo
The Troupple Pond.
Yeah. And hopefully there's nothing too interesting over here. We missed Mr. Hat.
Ah.
Like, yeah,
damn.
nobody's gonna get to see that. Which fucking blows. In short, here there was a building,
Fancy shop.
a fancy shop. We went inside and it was Mr. Hat. Mr. Hat's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Hat. He tried to convince us to buy something, and we said no because it was way too expensive.
$10 million.
$10 million, yeah. And we left, and then he follows us and he stops us again and is like, please buy something. I'll lower the prices for you. And it's still outrageous, so we're like, no. And then we keep going, and he stops us again and is like, it's so dreadfully lonely here. No. He fights us first. He fights us. We kick his ass, obviously, because we're awesome, and by we, I mean him. And by him, I mean Noah. Alas, he talks about how lonely it is out here in the middle of this mountain where there's nobody around, and he asks us to take him with us, and we're like, yeah, sure. So we take him with us. Let me go introduce you guys to Mr. Hat. Which buttons jump again? B? Yes. Yeah. Dope. Hop, 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 hop. Also,
Y.
That's not Y. That's X, silly Dante. Thank you.
And he hoists his entire shop up here.
Yep. Entire thing he brings up with him. So that's fun. This is the Trouble King, who we fought and beat because we're awesome. Can we do something with this bell over here? Oh! I see. You just tell me things that I don't really care about.
We got that robot.
Was that also new?
Mm-hmm.
Son of a bitch. Recreation deficiency detected. Commence Joustus subroutine. Right. He's just there to help us practice playing Joustus, basically.
Yeah. Still King Pridemore.
I'm not going anywhere. Stupid. Also, we bought from Mr. Hat the silver plating on our ship.
And the back to our cards.
And I find it hysterical that he gives the ship silver plating, but doesn't actually repair any of it. It's still boarded up and trashed. Hang on. I wanted to go to this area so I could
yes.
show them this. And then ironically, right after he leaves, there's people here. Terrible location. Thank you. Is that horse still over here too?
I think he's always here. He'll just try and kill you.
Yeah, so if you talk to this guy, he throws you down the hole basically, which takes you to the fairyland if you have enough health.
If you have a decree of rejuvenation.
You specifically have to have a decree of rejuvenation.
Yeah, I don't think we have one of those. We have a decree of destruction, though.
Yes. I love destruction.
Right.
Anything else important story-based that we missed?
We fought Propeller Knight.
Right, we also fought Propeller Knight.
And
Yeah,
I think we fought Tinker Knight as well.
we did.
Oh, we encountered Pridemore's wife.
That's
Not
right.
canon, but yeah.
Have you seen my husband?
That was not quite the voice I gave her, but. So we're gonna replay the Troupple Pond level. I guess, can we replay the level with Propeller Knight, or no? 'Cause
No,
that was
we
just
can't.
a moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was an encounter. Not
We can redo Tinker Knight though.
No, we can't.
No?
No. Tinkernet was an encounter as well. Yeah. We can still encounter Polar Knight though, so that's good.
Yay! Oh right, the encounters are the ones that just like appear on the map that you have to get. I forgot about that.
Except for Propeller Knight, because he just kind of showed up on our ship out of nowhere. If we
Hey, look at that.
if we couldn't shoulder bash on moss in the plains, then why can't we shoulder bash on moss on wood?
Because before it was moss on dirt, and now it's moss on wood, which is hard.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not talking right now. I'm communicating to my mother.
Oh. Our mother.
No, just mine.
Oh.
I mean, technically I could actually do that, because I have two. That's beside the point.
I'm gonna get him! Never see me coming!
I'll get him eventually! Ah, he got me! The second joustus judges nowhere to be found in this reeking bog. My cape is sodden with muck.
My sacred apples, soaked. My acolytes toiled long hours to gather these. Who dareth sully my waters?
I dareth. Stand aside, foul thing. I have arrived to defeat the Troupple King, yet he cowers in hiding.
Dost thou realize not to whom you speaketh? It was gravely foolish to come here unprepared, mortal.
Lecture me not, blubbermouth. Instead, lead me to the Troupple King at once.
Impudent buffoon, that's me! I'm angered to my very core. I shall teach you some manners myself. I get to hear the music again.
Oh, wow.
What?
Nothing I can talk about on straight memory.
Oh.
It's a work-related thing.
Oh.
I love the way his eyes like wiggle back and forth.
Yeah, we don't get the cutscene again, sadly.
Damn.
Oh well. Okay, here we are.
Onward! Shine your crown. I need not shine my crown, for it is shiny always. Eh? Your crown's covered in muck still. Shut up, old man!
Guys are called cons.
You ever polished your helmet? Your crown? Dare I even call it a crown? Does he not get hit by the lightning?
I don't think he does. He doesn't activate them either. Missed.
What to suggest for dinner? Sorry, we're going over to our parents after a little while for some dinner. And that won't be until later, you know, it's gonna be like 7-ish. Sorry, I'm trying to withhold a burp right now. And I'm trying to figure out what... one of them asked me what I suggest doing for dinner. So I'm trying to figure out what I suggest. I mean, if I'm being honest, I want pizza.
Me too.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot I can't do that. No! Darn.
What a loser. You see this kid playing games? He's trash!
I'd like to see you do better.
Nah, I'm okay. Not because I can't, I just don't want to.
Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah.
No, I gotta keep your image sacred.
Yeah, my reputation is at risk here.
Exactly. I'll also activate this too so I can get a new one. Everything except for me doesn't activate these.
It's not true at all. There have been several things
Oh,
that
yeah. That robot guy. Those robots. Those guys.
Yep. I think the idea is that you just have to be a certain weight, and the reason you set them off is because you wear giant metal armor.
Some fairies. Ow. Nice.
What's up?
Nothing.
Good thing you're here! We were just looking out the window at... Another attack? Oh. Yes, another attack. Ah! Hold me, Henny!
You're safe in my arms, dear. I won't let you go.
The sky is thick with birders! I've never seen them in a frenzy like this!
I don't remember if that's the voice I gave him, but close enough. Birders, coalesce as we approach the final justice judge! Ominous!
Indeed it is. Do be careful, King Knight. We've come too far to lose our champion. So it's not another attack.
Ah, I see.
Just telling us that we're getting closer.